Good morning, Facebook friends, and good morning, YouTube friends. This is Velma Hagar, and I'm going to do something different today. I always do biblically based things, and so I try to find a scripture to go with everything that I say. So this morning, we're going to talk about old people and their devices, their telephone devices, their tablets, their computers. You know, my grandson works for Apple. And one day I went in there because I needed help with something, and he said to me, they call me Bubby, and he goes, "Oh, Bubby, you know what? I wish you would teach all your old friends what you know, because they come in here and they don't know anything." You say, "Do you have your password?" "No, I think it's in my other pocket at home in my jacket," or they don't know anything. And he goes, "It's so frustrating for us." So I'm here to teach you. I'm going to give you 10 tips. They're going to be fairly easy, but it seems like most people don't know it. So I'm going to teach you something today. This old dinosaur is going to teach you dinosaurs. Don't you love it? You know, this isn't just for old people. I find a lot of young people don't even know this stuff. And for some reason, my eyes have been kind of troubled, but you know what? I've been able to learn the computer. And I remember when it first came out and I said, I don't want to learn the computer. I'm not going to learn the computer. And here I am. I'm going to teach you a class on the computer. Okay. So I'm just going to get right to it because it's going to take a little while. It's 10 different steps, but I'm going to try to make it interesting. You know me, I always will. Okay, first of all, passwords. Oh my God. Every time I ask somebody for a password, I don't know what my password is to that app. God, hello? Okay, first of all, I want to tell you this. Make a password. First of all, commit it to your brain. One password that you can remember. Now, they tell you not to use the same password on different things. I don't agree with that, but you know what? I never worry about people either, I think for us, it's better to know your password. So what you do, what I always say, every app has a different requirement. Some of them you need a capital letter. Some of them you need letters and numbers. Some of them you need a symbol like an ampersand, an @ symbol or a number symbol. So what I say is this: make one password that has all of that so that you can always use it, okay? Like for instance, take something that relates to you, like Rover. Let's say your dog's name is Rover. Okay, so you do Rover, capital R, right? Because you want that capital in there in case you need it. And then you put 2 numbers that matter to you. Your house number is the last 2 numbers of your house number. Your part of your telephone, something you can remember. Your husband's day of birth. So and now always put that symbol, the number symbol or the @ symbol. That's what I always say, one or the other. So if you say Rover at 12, so you put Rover, the number at 12, okay? Isn't that easy enough? Rover, the number at, the symbol at 12. Capital R, that will work on for anybody's password. Any app, okay? Got that. Now always use that as much as you can. Okay, now the next one is the lockbox, or I call it a locked note. Somewhere that you have things that you need, your passwords that you need. They have apps that you can get. You go in and you can look for Lockbox or one of those that you'll find a lock app, and you put all your stuff in there. Don't have it at home in your coat pocket when you need it or your old purse. Have it on your device so that you can scroll down, you can find that password. That is so frustrating when you don't have your password, okay? And passwords are the biggest deal of all. What in the heck is wrong? Why can't we just do this? It's so easy, okay? Got that one? Get a lockbox or do a locked note on your device. You can actually do a locked note on your device, and you can have somebody at Apple help you do that. They'll probably be glad to do it so you don't have to keep coming back in with, I can't remember my passwords, Okay, so get somewhere that you have that written down, but commit one to your head. The simple one, the one you use for everything, the main things in your head. It's so easy you can't forget it, okay? The other thing I love is the Google Assistant or Alexa. Isn't that fun? You know, I get up in the morning and I have the Google. I'm not promoting it over Alexa. You know, Google you buy at the Google store. At Alexa you buy at, I don't even know where Alexa sells. But anyway, everybody knows about Alexa. You get one of these little devices and have one of your grandkids help you set it up. And then I get up in the morning and I say, good morning, Google. And when I say good morning, Google says to me, good morning, hidden treasures in secret places. Today, no, it says that the temperature outside is 65 degrees and today it's going to be 95 degrees. The news, the major news today, or they tell you what, if you have any appointments in your devices, and then they give you the pertinent news for the day. And then I say, play 107.3 FM, and the rest of the day I have my radio station going on my Google. Now, I have 3 of these, one upstairs on the patio, one downstairs on the patio, and one in my living room. And they all have names, like one will be, you know, I'll say this one is called Little Daddy, the one up there is called Big Daddy, the one in there is called Daddy. Whatever you want to name them, that's not what mine are named, but I'm just saying that is how you go about it. So they all have a name, and you can say to yours, Google, put George Winston on my app on the deck, upstairs on the deck, or however you've named it. It's really cool. So you have music throughout your house. Now throughout the day, if you have a question, you can say something like, is it going to rain today? You know, something like that. You can ask it like you do Siri. Now talking about that, oh my gosh, use Siri. Or whatever you have. I mean, if you have an Android, I don't know a lot about the Androids, but I know this much. They do have something comparable to our Siri. I personally use an iPhone, and I'm really good at my iPhone. But if you bring me your Android, I like, duh, you know. So I don't know as much. And notice how fast I'm talking. I'm trying to get everything in here because I don't want it to be too long. Because I know you guys, your attention span is only this long. Especially when you're older. Okay, so use your Google or your Siri. My Siri and I are like this. First of all, my eyes don't work real good. So Siri is oh my gosh, she's my other eye. And I mean, it's he. I have actually put mine into I have an English accent, and I call him my valet. And I even call him Garçon. And he's always correcting me that his name is Siri, not Garçon. Doesn't matter. Anyway, and I'm always asking him something, you know, I mean, and I use him as my direction. I mean, I don't get in the car and punch any numbers in or pull up an app. I pick it up and I say, Siri, take me to the nearest Starbucks, for instance. And then you just start, he goes, okay, at the corner you turn, I mean, he downloads, and they'll take you right to where you want to go. Now, if you want to go to an address, you say, take me to 1234 Burbank Way in Palm Desert, California. They take you to everything. You do not need a GPS, which is, you know, what you have in your cars that help you get somewhere. You don't need it. Use your what do you call him, a helper? He's like a helper or a robot, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Use your Siri. Ask your Siri any questions. No need to argue anymore with anybody. They say, that's not true. But you just say, Google, how tall is Mount McKinley? Because somebody here says, you know, you don't have to tell them that, but you ask. You don't argue anymore. You just Google it. You Google everything. Oh my gosh, I'm a Google freak. So that's what I want. I hope I'm not talking too fast, but I'm trying to get everything in. So use your Google. Okay. Use the notepads on your device. My gosh, everybody's got little Post-its sticking all over. They have stacks of paper this high. Your notepads are wonderful. Just go into your notepad. See, I have an iPad. Oh, I love my iPad. And look how big the writing is. I have all my notes of what I'm going to speak on right now right here in front of me on my notepad. Now, when you are done with your notepad, you either delete it in the trash can or you put a title on it. Maybe you want to keep it. But don't build up 600 notes because then you can't find them when you need them. Keep your computer tidy and clean. I am appalled at some of my friends' computers. You know, honestly, I'm not even kidding you. They have thousands of unopened emails and thousands of pictures and like 5 or 6 of the same event with the same pose. Why don't you just pick out the best one of that event and delete the rest? Do you know that you fill your little computer up? I had a friend the other day, we were trying to download the Movo app, and it kept saying there's not enough space on your computer. Well, no, because you know what? She had thousands of pictures and 6,000 emails unopened. Hello? You know, tidy up I do mine every single day. If I see 100 emails, I panic. I mean, I got to get rid of those. You know, keep it tidy. And don't forget that when you delete a picture, you need to go down to the deleted pictures in your albums and get rid of those too, because as long as they're still there, they're still taking up space on your computer. This is all kindergarten stuff. Sometimes I feel stupid even trying to teach you this, but I can't believe how many friends do not know this stuff. It's shocking. Okay, so now let's go back. I want to just go back. Let me see how long I've talked. Oh, I've been 11 minutes, not bad. Okay, let's go back. Your password. Use a simple password that you can remember, and then if you want to use other passwords on other things that are different, you can. I don't recommend it. I try to stick with, I have 2 or 3 that I kind of stick with that are pertinent in my life, that if one, I pretty well know, you know, by heart, but if I don't know, I go right into my Lockbox and I check and see. I don't have to ever, I will never say to you, I don't know what my password is. I mean, that is kindergarten. Good God, get your password down in your head. That's number 1, okay. Number 2, oh, I didn't tell you about getting the Audible app either. If you have trouble reading like I do these days, you get an Audible app and you can have all of your books, and it's free, they're free. And you can download books, and that does cost a little bit to download a book. But you know, it takes you like 13 hours for them to read you one book, so you have hours to listen to this book. It's kind of fun to do it, so that was another thing I didn't tell you. Okay. Get some kind of a lockbox or a page on your computer. I think pages on your computer that are locked up are so safe. All right, and then use get a Google or an Amazon Alexa. But let me tell you this: be sure and make an email that's a YouTube or a Google. Is that right? Oh, my Hagar act. I mean, why can't I remember this? At Gmail. You've got to have a Gmail account. Duh. Okay, so I have my Yahoo account that I've had for years, so of course I keep that. And then I have my Treasures account that I use for my book. And then I have my Google email. You've got to have a Google email to be able to do anything on Google or YouTube. So make that. And you find that where your email is, when you go to your email, it will say add an account, and you can add another account. If you want to add a Google account, you go in and you hit add Google account, you Google it, and it'll come up, and then it'll ask you what you want to do, and it'll tell you if it's available. If it's available, then great. And again, you know what, something else, don't make those stupid email accounts that you can't even remember, and nobody can spell, and nobody knows it. Do it as simple as you can so everybody can remember it. Mine is Velma Hagar at Google. At Gmail, or at Google. VelmaHagar@gmail.com. And my Yahoo is also Velma003. So try to use your name. Now, I'm blessed in that my name is different and it's always available, but yours may not be. But try to use it like your name with some number that you can remember after it. As simple as you can, folks. It's so important. Okay. So that is now your oh, and I didn't even tell you about Pandora and Spotify. You know, get Pandora and Spotify on your phone, download the app so that you can play it on your Alexa or your Google app. Look at this is a longer video. I should have done this longer. I hope I'm not confusing you with stuff. At least learn one thing from here and go back and watch it again and again and again so that you get some of this stuff. Okay, use your notes on your device rather than little pieces of paper or Post-its, and clean out your emails and your pictures, for God's sakes. That when I see somebody's phone and they've got 6,000 emails, I go, Mama mia, give it to me, I'll clean it up for you. I can't stand to see it. Okay, keep them cleaned out. Use your Siri as a directional monitor. Oh my gosh, I love that. I love that. Every time I get in the car and somebody's poking in the numbers and they're trying to find, I say, or they have these devices hooked up to their cars, I say, for God's sakes, just get your, you know, my guy takes me everywhere I want to go. So, all right, I love that. Now, I hope we got all this. Holy moly. You know, I'm smarter than I thought I was. What do you think? Okay, now, I want you to download or to go to YouTube, and you're on YouTube, and hit the subscribe button for my book, Hidden Treasures in Secret Places by Velma Hagar. I'm so proud of that book. And I just found out that it's in Barnes & Noble. I love it because I just put it on Amazon, and somebody said to me, just do Amazon, it's too hard to get into Barnes & Noble. Well, you know what? Barnes & Noble picked me up. At least they have in our store here. Go into your area and ask at Barnes & Noble, do you have Hidden Treasures in Secret Places? If they don't, say, could you order it for me, please? Or, you know, just say, why don't you order it? It's really good. You know, just give me a little plug like that, you know. I'd love that. And if you're ever in town, I will sign it for you if you bring it by, you know, because when I die, it's going to be famous and it'll be worth money. Don't I wish? Okay, again, this is Velma Hagar. And you know what? I hope you enjoyed this. I talked really fast, but I got a lot said. Okay, guys, until next time, this is Velma Hagar bidding you a blessed day. Bye.